My name is Billy Alanock Adams. I started observing 11 years ago, and I live in Utqiaġvik, or Barrow, Alaska. I'm been very blessed by the Lord by being in Utqiaġvik. I get to harvest bowhead whales, ring seals, bearded seals, caribou, things that I've been doing since I was a kid, growing up with my parents and uncles and many of my friends that live there, and it's been a good life for me. Where I'm from in Barrow revolves around bowhead whale because we need a caribou for sinew, and the bearded seals are prepared to be sewn together with the sinew, and we need ring seals for the blubber to oil the sinew and the frame, and how it works together is our ancestors and the folks that engineered how it's supposed to worked, and it's continued to be working that way. And we are very fortunate to be in that part of the culture. And I feel that we will continue for many years to be living and gathering and hunting for our cultural and nutritional needs in our community. Working on the ice has been very fun for me. In the dark months, I get to be out there with polar bears and get to be out there making trails. It's very peaceful, and it's more like a spa to me when I'm out there. I love whaling in the spring. Being able to be in the hunting seals and polar bears is an exciting time for me and my family members and friends. All of our whaling communities and the North Slope was blessed to have Dr. John Craighead George to be living in Barrow and living the life as a biologist. And he advocated for great research to be done by using elders, indigenous people, local experts that are out there. And he's made a big difference in many of our lives, and influenced me a lot to be part of this, because he knew how to communicate with researchers, universities, international whaling commission folks around the world. You know, he's been a great bowhead whale biologist, and I know he's amongst the best in the world, or in that matter. So, you know, I've learned a lot from him, and how to be a man and how to live, and you know, was a very special man in my life. Circumpolarly, we see a big change in erosion. We're seeing communities that are being displaced. It brings a lot of hardship for them to recover from that. And the effects of the receding ice has been changing our ways of hunting or access to the foods that we prefer. And we continue to change with the change in climate, and we continue to see the health of the animals to be healthy. We see that, and their population numbers have been very good. And it tells us that the animals and the birds are continue to adapt to these changes more than we can understand. But the rate of the change has made us think of what is going to happen next. And as humans, we need to work together with our neighbors to preserve our cultural lives and to preserve the animals that we depend on. We hope that our groups can find ways to help one another in our Alaska Native organizations and universities, just like UAF and its creation of the Arctic Alaska Observatory Knowledge Hub. And we hope to continue to build upon that, to continue collecting information from local experts, continue to grow, creating opportunities for students, local experts. We hope to collaborate with others and build upon that.